if God told you that wearing bikinis was a sin, or if God told you that taking six-pack selfies for your profile pictures was sin, would you listen to him? Because in Proverbs chapter 7, verse 10, it says this, "Then out came a woman to meet him, dressed like a prostitute, and with crafty intent. She is unruly and defiant. Her feet never stay at home. Now in the street, now in the squares, at every corner she lurks." Do you notice it says dressed like a prostitute? Now, if a woman wearing a bikini is not dressed like a prostitute, what qualifies then as dressed like a prostitute? Does it have to be just a leaf over their nipples? I mean, what does it have to be? I mean, is it not a bikini? That is part of it, right? Clearly. And I think even prostitutes back in this day probably dress better than women do normally today. Let's read 1 Timothy. This is in the New Testament. He says, "I also want the women to dress modestly, with decency and propriety, adorning themselves not with elaborate hairstyles, or gold, or pearls, or expensive clothes, but with good deeds appropriate for women who profess to worship God." So he wants you to be modest. And wearing a bikini is not modest. So if you're wearing bikinis and short shorts, then you're sinning. I mean, you're not obeying this command. I have to say, like, for men, if women have to be modest, don't men also have to be modest? So if you're taking like these six-pack selfies, trying to show off your six-pack abs for the whole world to see, do you not think that causes women to fall into sin? Because if a woman in a bikini is dressed like a prostitute, and that causes men to sin and fall into sexual immorality, then doesn't it also cause women to fall into sexual immorality if you dress bad? So that's just a thought, guys. I mean, the Bible says that we have to be modest, and we can't just wear whatever we want. We can't just walk around half naked. So I love you guys. Take care.